So in circle of a triangle, you know, by the word itself, it means I'll have a triangle, any triangle that I want, and there would be a circle which will be inside this triangle. So for a given triangle, I have to draw a circle which will be inside the triangle. And when I say that it will be inside the triangle, what I imply is that it will be touching the three sides of a triangle. So it can't be any random circle. So it can't be like this. The circle would be touching the three sides of the triangle. So that is what is called a in circle of a triangle. And the center of this particular in circle is called in center. In center. So in circle, in center. The short answer is you can cram it if you get confused. In circle is always drawn by using angle bisectors. So what you will do is you will be given a triangle. Draw any two angle bisectors. Let us assume I draw these two angle bisectors. Now using this point, let me call it P. I will be drawing the in circle. So how will I draw? Let me plane this use bigger figure. So first of all, I'll draw any two angle bisectors. So if this is a triangle which is given A, B, I hope you know how to draw the angle bisectors. So what we do is I draw a chord like this, Then using the same radius, or I can have a different radius also, I'll draw two arcs, one with this as center, and then with this as center, another arc. And I will draw a line like this, approximately like this. And there will be a second angle bisector, which I'll draw here. Again, I'll draw an arc like this, and again, using this as center, an arc, using this as center, another arc. And I will extend this line like this. So this is a rough figure you'll have to accommodate. Now, once I have this point P, just to make this clear, I am removing this. But in exams, please do not do this. I'm just trying to, make things clearer. That is why I have removed the arc. Now, from this point P, you have to draw 90 degree. Now, using your protractor, you can draw this line which is 90 degree. And let me call this point as X. This point as X. Now, using your compass, you will measure this distance Px. So using your compass, you will measure this distance Px. And you will be drawing a circle like this. Because this is a rough figure. That is why I'm not able to show it properly. But you need to trust me on this, that whatever this distance be, same distance would be here and the same distance would be here. I will repeat the process, show you how it is done. So for example, we'll be doing 2-3 examples also, so don't worry. So for example, this is how the question would be there. Construct a triangle PQR so first of all, usually the first part of this questions are that you have to draw the triangle first. And I always suggest to my students that first draw a rough figure, then start with the compass, etc. So construct triangle PQR so that PQ is equal to 6 centimeters. So always draw a rough figure. PQ is 6 centimeter. First plan in the rough figure. Angle Q is equal to 35 degrees. So you will be using your protractor and you will be drawing 35 degrees. No issues here. Then from QR, this is 5.5 centimeters. So what you have to do is you have to make an arc using the compass. You'll have to, with Q as center, you'll have to mark an arc which will be 5.5 centimeters. So this is P, this is Q. So we have this point as R. This is how we'll draw the triangle. I'll join these two, and now I have the triangle. So first step always in these kind of questions, the first step always is to draw the triangle first. Once I have the triangle, now I'll be drawing the incircle. So as is written, I've drawn the PQR by given measures. Draw bisectors of any two angles of the triangle. So for example, as I've told you how to draw the angle bisector. So usually, whenever we have to draw an angle bisector, what we do is this as center, draw an arc like this with the same radius or any other radius, doesn't matter. You can take the same radius. Draw with this as center, draw an arc here. With this as center, draw an arc here. And join this line. This would be the angle bisector. So draw an angle bisector here, draw an angle bisector here. And once you have this point, they have called it I, draw a perpendicular. And then what you need to do is measure this IM. Using the IM, you will be making a circle. So if you see here, first they have made the angle bisectors. See, they have made the angle bisector here. They have made an angle bisector here. Then using this distance IM, they have drawn a circle. They have mentioned the constructions here. See, they have written draw a rough figure and show all measures on it. This is the rough figure that you will be drawing. And then you will begin the final figure. So incircle and the center is called the incenter. Incircle and the center is called the incenter. Okay, I want to show you one or two questions also. So incircle of a triangle touches all the sides of a triangle from inside. We have discussed this. For construction of incircle of a triangle, we have to draw bisectors of any two angles of the triangle. Third, incenter of any triangle lies in the interior of the triangle. So let us discuss question 1 and question. Construct a triangle such that angle B is. So as I have told you, first you have to draw the triangle. So side BC is equal to 6.4 centimeter. And take BC as 6.4 centimeter. This is a rough figure. Angle C is equal to 50 degree. Using protractor, I'll be drawing 50 degree. BC done. C is 50 degree done. B is 30 degree. 30 degree would look something like this. 100 degree would look something like this. So you'll have to extend it like this. Extend this line also, and then you'll have this triangle ABC. I hope you have understood. The first step always is to draw the triangle. And then you have to draw the incircle. How do I draw the incircle? Again, I'll draw the angle bisectors. An angle bisector here, an angle bisector here, using the same process like this. Don't use protractor for angle bisector. You'll have to show the construction. Once you have this point, then you'll drop a perpendicular here. Then you'll measure this distance and then you'll draw a circle like this. I hope this is clear. Construct a triangle XYZ such that XY is equal to 6.7 centimeter. Let's try to understand XY is 6.7 centimeter. YZ is 5.8 centimeter. So I'll put a arc like this, which will be 5.8 centimeter. XZ is equal to 6.9 centimeter. Again, with X as center, I'll draw another arc, which will be 6.9 centimeter. So this line will be 6.9 centimeter, and this line would be 5.8 centimeter. So this is 5.8 centimeter. This is Z. So YZ is 5.8 centimeter. XZ is 6.9 centimeter. Yeah. So I have this triangle. Once I have this triangle, then I'll be drawing the incircle. For incircle, the same process. An angle bisector here, an angle bisector here. Draw a perpendicular here. Measure this, then draw an incircle here. So I hope this is clear.